this case the reward is IV Ritalin, and most of you would not consider that to be a reward at all. Anybody here remember this ad? I had to search for this ad for a long time. I remember my parents having this newspaper in their house. Are you smoking more and enjoying it less? Okay, that by itself is the definition of addiction. Using more and enjoying it less. And that is because you become tolerant, you go into withdrawal, and your dopamine levels go down when you continue to use a drug. Now their solution here is to switch to Camels, which by the way give you more nicotine, so it's like building up to a higher quality grade of heroin, pretty much the same thing. More bad news. Women who are overweight were given brain scans and compared to normal controls. It turns out that they had less dopamine in their brain, and the dopamine didn't work as well. Also, when they gave these women milkshakes and did brain scans, it turned out they enjoyed the milkshake less. Not more, less. We always think somebody who overeats or overdrinks or whatever is enjoying it more than the normal person. It turns out they may be enjoying it less, but they're doing more to catch up. So they have a decreased response to a reward, so they have to overuse in order to compensate. Now, I urge everybody who has any interest or any exposure or any family member who has addiction to come to an open 12-step talk. There is an excellent 12-step talk here on Saturday night at 7:30. Open step means the public is welcome. You don't have to be an alcoholic or an addict. If you come and hear somebody share their story, you will always hear this phrase in some version. I didn't belong in my own skin. I felt less than. I felt different. And what they're describing is what we call hedonic tone, that normal level of pleasure that a normal person has that the alcoholic or addict does not. I always show this slide. I want you to pick the future addict in the room, okay? And people will normally pick the three on the bottom. I think these are the St. Joe's executives or administrators down here. Those are normal folks, okay? But look at the top of the slide. Look at the girl up there. Look how intensely unhappy she looks. Now this is obviously contrived, but the idea here is if you are born with decreased hedonic tone, she is going to learn sooner or later that she can use a drug or a behavior and she can feel like her buddy's in the front for a while until she develops tolerance and withdrawal, and then she's going to use more and more and get less and less from it. And that really is what addiction turns into. Next thing is, why cannot addicts and alcoholics stop for good? Most people who have alcoholism or addiction have stopped at least once. Some have stopped because they've been hospitalized or incarcerated, and the relapse rate